if we said something to offend you, then, or if I said something to offend you, then I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I am genuine in my interest to talk with you. Like, I do think that the reason I keep coming here is because I'm genuinely interested in what you guys have to teach. Because if I take what you guys seriously, when you say that this is a matter of salvation, right? And I also take seriously the idea that when you guys talk about the need for God to regenerate me, and that God can work through you guys in that process of regeneration, then I feel like that's, again, something that I need to take seriously. And yet, I feel like for the past couple times I've come here and then I've had Andrew kind of give me the cold shoulder when I've tried to talk to him. You're doing that now, and I feel bad because I want to be able to engage with you, because I like the idea of taking the ideas that you have seriously, but at the same time, it does kind of feel difficult for me to want to engage, and you guys inviting me to engage, but then when I actually show up, there's no desire to engage on your part. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
So, could you help explain to me what we're doing wrong to cause this degree of scorn, I guess?
There's no scorn, just look at the passage. We've given you the words of Jesus. You've rejected them.
Never. And the way that I kind of view this, God sent Jonah into Nineveh. Do you think that we are worse than Nineveh? We don't deserve the word of God.
You've spoken with you guys.
You've never spoken with me.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever spoken with him. This is my first time coming here with him. And so if he's talked with you, it hasn't been when I was here.
I've never. I just am a firm believer that those that are in the truth are willing to speak up when challenged.
That's my number. Okay. I'll get lunch with you. Talk anytime. Okay. I promise you. Seriously, text me. That goes to my thing.
Does any time count for right now?
No.
Okay.
Why not? Not for the purposes of...
You don't...
So, friends, I think we've overstayed our welcome. I'm ready to go if you are.
Okay, I'll go with you.
No animosity, just...
No, I don't believe there's any animosity. I'm just... Again, how are...
Flusters me
I think it does probably...
Like picking low-hanging fruit, that's all you
Yeah.
right now. That you're willing to talk to those who are willing to have the deep discussions. Look into the...
Do not even the local missionaries have scoring sheets and color codes on who's perceptive or not?
No.
That's not happening.
No. That's not happening.
Among local missions?
I've served a mission. That's not...
I don't know what you're talking about.
We go back to people's house who invite us.
I think maybe you're talking about
Do you leave a
radar?
house though where someone's rejected it?
I've not rejected them yet.
No, well...
But do you leave a house?
Okay, so as people who have served missions, as people who have served missions, we do keep track of people who have been taught in the past, and if people have directly said, do not contact us, then generally we don't contact
We're not
them.
telling you not to contact us. We're inviting you to.
And it typically has more to do with the fact that... And typically in those instances, that's when they have such a strong disdain against us that they literally want nothing to do with us.
For me personally, the way I look at it, our missionaries, they're here on our church's ground to teach people. They aren't sitting outside the doors of your church, getting people as they're coming in and out of your services, coming to worship their God.
We have had that happen.
Have you?
Yeah.
You've had missionaries.
No, not missionaries. I'm sorry. LDS people. LDS members out front of our church on a Sunday with signs. Yeah.
With signs. Interesting.
How often does that happen? I'm just curious. How often does that happen?
Because
So yeah, you guys have always been respectful for the most part. Of course, some of the last year's Travis Anderson, and I think that's the gentleman's name.
When Aaron shoved a camera in my face demanding if I was a representative of fair, is that what we're referring to?
I'm not aware of that.
Well, you were there.
Yeah.
I don't recall that. To be
Okay,
honest.
that would be an important, because I
Yeah.
certainly recall that.
Yeah.
I remember
I think
Aaron.
at this point, I'm just concerned of going against that scripture, as Jesus said, and then also I'm concerned.
You're concerned that we're swine. Like that's like what you're talking about.
Yes,
Okay.
and then I'm concerned about your sincerity of what you said earlier.
Oh, I
when you
don't-
said you want to learn more from me.
Sure, I do. That is genuinely true.
For instance, my major is religions.
Yeah.
So like I just spent the last 6 months learning about Sikhism.
Yeah.
Do I have any desire to convert over? No, but I want to learn as much as I can. So I can understand them and I can interact with them as a human better.
Yeah.
And have thoughtful dialogue.
Yeah. I
Because
agree.
I think healthy dialogue is what leads people to Christ.
Yeah, I don't think this is healthy.
I would agree it's not. And that's why I'm trying to have dialogue.
Yeah,
I'm concerned about your sincerity and authenticity.
Okay.
No, yeah, I am definitely concerned about like authenticity. So like when I'm curious about like what kind of authenticity does it take for someone to, without animosity, call someone a pig? That's kind of what I'm wondering about. That's kind of what I want to hear from you. So like you got this interpretation for the scripture. Obviously,
So
you're the
we've taken
decider.
what's holy.
Yeah, you're so you.
Delivered it to you.
No, you haven't.
Trampled it underfoot.
What have you delivered to me today?
It's all in the past.
Okay.
Us, other evangelists, we've given to you what's holy, trampled it underfoot.
In
What
what
is
way have we
holy?
trampled it underfoot? Because that would imply a level of scorn that I think is inherent in that passage.
I could make an argument with equal utility that that's what these are. Trampling what's holy, I mean.
Okay.
So, I mean, that
What
would,
do you want to talk about?
well, because obviously you're out here, right, with cameras, and you want to have discussion with Latter-day Saints, and post it to Apologia Utah. And so I think it should be fair that we should be able to do the same thing. And obviously you don't really want to have a conversation, a dialogue with us.
You're free to entertain a dialogue with us.
Yeah.
I'm free whether or not to have a dialogue with you. I choose not to.
But you see, that still prompts the question as to what we did wrong that made you feel as if we were being insincere. Because that was a concern you represented.
Yeah.
What did we do to prompt that concern?
I'm gonna forfeit any more from this. I think I've given enough context of why I don't want to have a conversation.
Okay. Thank you for representing Apologia. We appreciate you being out here. Good luck. Your new pamphlets.
You're contentious.
Okay. All right. I'm glad that you think that and you feel that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Have a good day, Wade. We wish you the best.